No.
How excited is the cat that Formula 1 is coming back?
Do you know what? I was talking about it earlier. I'm really excited to see it coming back.
Too.
I'm also very excited to see Verstappen go back-to-back on wins in Austria.
Verstappen go Brill.
Oh, I almost want to like put a bet on him winning the first 2 races. Because they're both in Austria. We saw how he was last time.
Yeah.
It's hard to bet against him.
Verstappen wins.
Leclerc is fuming because he's bad and can't drive a car around a corner.
Oh, listen. Oh, I should have. You know what? Like me and Noe earlier did like a top 10 for the first race, like what we predict basically.
Okay.
We should have done it in the Formula 1 channel.
We should. I need to address something real quick. Boss God, 2 issues with what you just said. 1, it's the Schumacher edition, and 2, playing 3 days early is useless to me because I'm not playing it till the following Sunday. So I'd be spending £10 on a box I don't like, and for stuff I don't need.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do less of that. I know it's like kind of a weird thing to suggest, but I'm trying to spend less on crap I don't need.
What the fuck?
I know, it's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But,
Well, not we
yeah.
can be friends anymore.
Yeah, we can. What are you talking about? The first one's Austria, the second one is in Steiermark. I can't say that. Don't mock me. Steiermark.
Like, I don't know why they just went with have the British GP and then like the 70th anniversary thing. That's fine. But why did they go with Austria and then Steiermark? Why didn't they just do the? Why didn't they just?
It's probably literally just for people's TiVos. So I recorded the Austria. They didn't. I recorded the Austria GP. I didn't record it this weekend because I already had a copy of it.
I mean, I think it's like more. It might be a case of like being more advertisably. You know what I mean?
More than likely.
Because like obviously if there's Steiermark on it, then people will be like, oh, what is that? And then they look into it and, oh, this is pretty. Maybe I want to go there on my holiday.
Why
I
didn't
think that's the case.
we have a West and East Germany F1?
What?
I mean, is there not an West and East Germany? They could do different races.
They could. I mean, we did have 2. There's not really. There is racing tracks in East Germany, but none are none. I don't think there was ever an F1 race in any of them. There's like a famous track called Oschersleben, which you might have heard of.
Oschersleben.
Like,
Sorry,
they have like. Do you know about that track?
No, but every time I hear anything in German, I've got to say it in that voice because I feel compelled.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they have that. That's a pretty cool track. They do like DTM there and stuff.
I wish for reverse grid for the second Grand Prix in Austria and UK. The tracks aren't set up for that.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You're never gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like. That's not really fixing the problem. It's more like applying a band-aid, you know.
Oh wait, sorry. You're saying reverse grid rather than reverse track. I still don't know whether I like that as a solution to fixing what is apparently wrong with F1.
Yeah, because it's just like it's just gonna mix it up for the first few laps, and then it's just gonna be as usual. Like the people who are through all the pack.
Get me wrong, seeing like the fastest boys race through to get to where they need to be would be interesting.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, show me a race where any of the top 6 drivers who started in the last place didn't end up in the top 6 anyway. And they'll all just do that in like different orders.
Yeah.
It's not going to solve the issue. There's a cat stuck. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Hang on, buddy. I'll free you.
Yeah, F1 will be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, especially because we don't really know what to expect from the new cars.
True. We know what to expect from Ferrari, but nobody else.
We don't know really how good the Racing Point is because a lot of people are hyping that shit up.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? It's weird.
Yeah. Because that's just the old Mercedes, and it did pretty well in testing. So.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people were interested in it, wasn't it? It's like how good it was.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just really, I don't know why, I'm just so rooting for Williams this season. I don't know why. I'm just so want them to be better again.
Yeah, it's weird they literally had like their flash in a pan back in like early 2000s, well, early teenage 2000s.
Early 10s, you mean.
Yeah, and then they just like completely fell off the wayside. Like it looked like, you know, the year where Red Bull started coming up against Brawn. Like it looked like that for Williams, and you were like, yo, what's going on here? But then they just dropped the fucking ball somehow, and then never recovered.
I mean, they had like really good. They had really good seasons in the mid 10s when like Bottas was on there.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Neo, hang on.
And then that went kind of to shite. And since like 2017, Williams has been like driving around at the back. I don't know. It's just like, especially like at Drive to Survive, like Claire Williams seems like a nice person. She seems, I don't know if she's like, obviously I can't really tell if she's like good for a job or whatever, but she seems genuine, so.
I don't know. It's a bit odd.
I mean, in comparison to the other Formula 1 people, because they're all kind of shady, aren't they?
I called that Verstappen wins the championship this season. Everything's so chaotic, that fits him kind of, doesn't it? I think Hamilton's got it. And I can't wait till he does, because everyone will go, oh, it's not a real championship. There wasn't full races. Oh, shut up.
Hamilton wins. Oh my god.
Can you get to bed?
I just died. Well, I'm dead.
Why I said go to bed?
What?
I said go to bed, and you're like, oh, jerking off in a corner somewhere.
No, I was in a hole.
You are a hole. You had a creeper following you, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, zombie villager!
Me villager. Oh no, me villager.
Well, we don't want the villagers to die if we can bloody help it.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's another one somewhere, but I don't know where he went. I'm so pro McLaren, not only because of Carlos, but that too. I mean, Carlos is leaving, so...
Yeah.
You get to be a Ferrari fan. Disgusting. We're not going to be friends anymore. Streamer implies that we were friends. LMAO.
Imagine.
Actually, I'm just gonna knock all that same level. Landu! I'm excited to see what happens with McLaren. I've always been pro McLaren, is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
But, it's an odd one. I'm cheering for the Lando, though.
So yeah, I did like I said, I did like the prediction of the top 10, and I noticed the field is so stacked this year. So many good people, good teams that could all just do well. Yeah. Like, especially midfield is like really exciting. Because you've got like Renault, which has like a really good driver lineup. Like had last year as well, obviously, but like Ocon is definitely a really good driver as well. Ricardo, obviously, good pair of hands. And he wants to be like, he probably wants to be on his way out, be like, yeah, this is what you're missing, boys. Because he never really connected with Renault, did he?
Yeah, no, not really.
I feel like that's more a case of Renault that's not really delivering on what they wanted to do, maybe.
Yeah, Renault have been a bit of a disappointment, honestly. I was hoping they would do a lot better, but they've just been dicked by McLaren so much. And that's like who they cite as their main rival.
I mean, not really, because Renault actually wanted to compete with like Red Bull.
No, but I'm saying, like, they've said multiple times, you know, when they've kind of accepted that they're not going to be competing with Red Bull, that McLaren are their main rivals right now. And, you know, that's great and all, but you're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, you saw in the 2018 that, like, Renault was like, fucking Cyril Artabull was like shooting at Red Bull front, left, and center.
Yeah, he was trying to compete.
Yeah, but no.
But it was it's the same level of like weird faux confidence that like Rich Energy has shooting at Red Bull about their energy drinks.
I mean, yeah, but like when Renault shoots at Red Bull, it's like Pepsi shooting at Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we know it's a superior drink. It's just that nobody will accept it.
when Rich Energy is shooting at Red Bull, it's like Tesco brand shooting at like Monster Energy.
Oh, I'm with that.
Like, why would you do this? Like, guys, calm down.
It's like Emerge having to go at Pepsi. Emerge is terrible. Emerge is awful. It's like 25p a can.
Oh,
and it tastes like rat vomit.
Sounds like a literal 25p coin in a can. Like just rattled around in a bit of water.
Please don't insult the 25p coin.
What is 20? Is that 25p?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't know your weird coins.
Maybe they should make Ocon crash in Singapore. It seems to work. Yikes.
Hey.
You leave him alone. He might be French, but he's okay.
Who was that back then? Oh, PK. PK Junior, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Crash gate.
Crash gate. It wasn't even a gate, it was a wall.
Fair.
Silly.
Fair comment. No, what are you doing?
Remember the mining?
Do you want to take a bed with you or something?
No, why?
Well,
Is it dark already?
no, but like, you've died multiple times, and
Fine.
I'm just saying it might make more sense to just throw down a bed while you're mining.
Oh, I'm not that far deep into it.
That's what she said.
I just want some stone. I1 and stuff.
Yeah, I'll get some mining at some point.
Yeah, you remember all these like second generation Formula 1 drivers that used to be in Formula 1 like in the early 10s and all kind of flopped?
Listen. Okay, can we just pause a second? You've got to bear in mind, if it happened before 2008, I don't remember or care.
Yeah,
so every time you mention a name that's like this kind of driver, I'm like, no idea.
Early 2010s.
Yeah, but like, I know that, but like, you're saying, oh, they're people that used to be blah, 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 and I'm like, yeah, I had no idea they were even drivers before.
I think you know of, like, Nelson Piquet and Ayrton Senna.
I know of
them.
Ayrton Senna, I didn't know about Piquet.
You don't know about Nelson
For a
Piquet?
very long time, I didn't know about Piquet.
The older one, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, obviously I'm not that into, like, old F1, but I know most important names. But that's also because I'm a nerd.
You are a nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you got, like, I mean, obviously we don't really know what the next year's grid is gonna be. So that's also gonna be interesting because, like, potentially Alonso's also coming back. So
Yeah, we'll see.
You don't seem too excited about Alonso, do you?
I just don't rate him that much. I don't know. I've said this. I was talking to Sam about this earlier, like on the subject of Vettel. I don't think he's a bad driver by any stretch of imagination. You know, he's still top 5, no matter what way you cut it. But
I mean Vettel now. Or...
Yeah, Vettel right now. And Alonso's in a similar camp for me. I'm like, he's a great driver and everything. I just don't like him.
Strong feelings.
Yeah. And if I don't like somebody, then I'm not going to say nice things about them.
Alonso did have a bit of an attitude, like in his late McLaren.
Like it was a joy to listen and watch along with, like, later on in his career. But like, yeah, when he was with Hamilton and not long after that and shit, it was just, I don't know, something about him. Liam, be careful. Listen, have you ever known me to care about anyone else's opinion when I'm spouting off on mine?
You know what's interesting about that? Like, I thought Alonso was much more, like, nicer in, like, that time with Hamilton. And now, like, with that whole when he was, like, really angry about McLaren, I mean, it's justified, but still. That was when I didn't really enjoy him much.
Yeah, I guess
so. That's interesting that you think, like,
good point, Liam.
I
don't give a shit about anyone, like, when I'm talking shit.
No. I mean, I don't. Right. Yeah, it's such a weird conception because if I say my opinion about something, I don't say an opinion to offend someone else or someone else's opinion. That's not why I don't say my opinion. I don't know why people be like, oh, you said this.
I find this offensive. Okay. What do you want?
Like, if someone says like, oh, this game's horrible, and like I'm like for a joke, like, how dare you? Or some shit.
Like, so I've kind of like flipped about how I used to be on this. I definitely, one of the things I used to be really bad for was like getting super defensive whenever someone insulted a band I liked. These days I'm like, insult them all you like. I didn't write the music, I just enjoy it. I used to be super bad about that, but
yeah,
it's one of those very few things I've got better about as I've got older.
Yeah.
Very few, by the way.
I mean, one thing I do enjoy is talking to... I just like to discuss about games, talk about games. I'm a big friend of that, and like that's why when somebody is like, oh, this game's bad, and then I like to pick them up on it, you know.
Why is it bad?
Something like yeah, exactly. Or like, what does it good? Because no, like very little games are bad, just like period, like just bad. You know what I mean?
Unless you're The Last of Us 2.
Oh, you know what I loved about that thing? About Last of Us, like, I saw people commenting like, "Oh, the story is shit," but I always loved the gameplay, and I'm like,
The gameplay's the worst part. Yes, it's a fucking interactive movie.
yeah, but there's like barely gameplay in that game, isn't it?
It's
like,
it's a basic ass like stealth shooter. Like there's nothing special about it at all.
Third-person shooter.
Yeah,
and like a bit of quick time shit and stuff.
I've seen the gameplay of it, and it's fucking boring.
I mean, if it's like this game like that needs a good story to survive.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the whole premise of it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's what makes it good. Like the whole scenery and stuff. And it's not wrong. It's not bad for a game to put presentation and stuff over gameplay. It's not a bad thing per se, but because it can work.
Let's get to nighttime, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in a vicinity of a bit.
Okay, I'm running to mine now.
I can't even sleep it.
I was a Schumacher fan. Then Alonso came in 2003. I noticed how much of a dick Schumacher was. So, I was talking about this earlier. I noticed very early on how much of a dick Schumacher was. I got like distinct memories of watching when I was like 8 or 9 years old with my granddad and saying, "Why is that man so bad?" Like, not in a he's a terrible like driver or anything, but like he just radiated like not bad energy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like almost what you kind of have to have as like that level of a driver, especially like in that time frame back in the day.
I was gonna say Hamilton doesn't have that. Vettel doesn't really. No, listen, he does not have not bad energy.
Okay, not like on the level of Schumacher, I guess. Vettel is a bit more like calculating.
Like so as far as like Hamilton-esque insults go, I can understand someone calling him pretentious or like potentially virtue signaling and stuff, but I never call him a knobhead.
Okay, what?
Because even I think some of his shit's annoying.
What do you mean by virtue signaling?
Like, things get mentioned whenever it's convenient for certain situations and stuff like that. He's one of those, I don't want to say he's one of those people, but like, it's something that a lot of people I've noticed doing. They pipe up whenever there's a bandwagon to jump on because they think it'll get them some kind of recognition. Hamilton's not one of those people. Like, he's been someone who's been like fighting for various rights and all that for a long time. Yeah. But this is what I mean. Like, you do see some of the, well, in fact, I talk out of my arse, really. You don't see many of the F1 drivers standing for much, but when they do, it's always because they've been told to, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like, I think really the first person to really like stand up for something like that is definitely Hamilton. Yeah. Because I think either most Formula 1 drivers have the privilege to not having to care.
Yeah.
Or they don't. They just be like, oh, I shouldn't because I just should like just smile and nod basically to keep like the brand clean, you know. So it's not really. I don't really see them as like, oh, you're not doing anything or whatever. I'm just more seeing like, okay, I get it. You have to. I don't like it, but I get it. It's not like I like it, but yeah. That's definitely a thing in Formula 1, but we kind of got off track here, I think.
Funny, because F1. Let me just catch up on chat, because I've been annoyed for like the last 20. With The Last of Us, I am so annoyed. People say the story is shit, fair point, but then the fanboys, including game journalists, come around and use a few homophobic idiots to dismiss everybody. It's so dumb. Yeah, I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole. Now, as a child in Germany, everyone had to love Schumacher, but then Alonso came, my dad and I got into it 10 times harder. And look, I loathed/hated Hamilton. I'm mostly fine with him now. He's okay now. But I love the Mercedes ad he did for Alonso. I mean, I've never seen him as like a bad person, honestly. I don't know why. I just haven't ever seen it. Hamilton.
Right. Okay, so just the time it left around.
Oh, it's probably because I like tabbed out.
Right. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't
really think Hamilton is a bad person, but like he does like definitely in his early years he was like really like kind of awkward and like annoying. Are you alright?
Yeah, I got straight disconnected.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, the early days were kind of like, it was like that really like overachieving kid and like really, yeah. I
guess
think he said that. He said that
notice.
lately, like he said that lately, like he's now much more appreciative of the team and like of the effort.
I feel like he's been that way for a while though.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm talking like really early days, like 2008. But the only thing I'm kind of getting grated with him now is that like I said, he is like kind of pretentious. He always comes like a bit. It's not his fault obviously, because I think I have that too sometimes. That I'm just kind of like that people feel like I'm pretentious.
The problem with Hamilton, I guess a lot of people have, is that he does come, even though he doesn't come from a place of privilege, he does now. And people don't like being told what to do by people they perceive as like... They think they're better than them, if you get what I mean. But I don't think Hamilton thinks he's better than anybody else, but I feel like a lot of people seem to think that he thinks that he is. And I just don't think that's the case.
I mean, every F1 driver is a person of privilege. 100%. They are all extremely privileged. They're all extremely rich.
I mean, yeah, I depending on, I guess, your definition of what kind of version of privilege we're talking about. Yeah, as far as, like, that's concerned, definitely. But it doesn't cover up for, like, you know, what they went through to get to the position and stuff. Like, Ocon's got one of my favorite stories of, like, how he ended up in F1 and his...
Oh, yeah.
The way he got there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't come from a place of privilege. So, just that, I don't think... I don't know, it's so hard these days because people use privilege so fucking wrongly these days. I don't know. It's an odd one.
I mean, there's many different privileges, but like, most F1 drivers are like the top X% anyway, like even without this. Because that's just what you need to get into the sport.
I mean, again, Hamilton's an example of someone who wasn't, though, as is Ocon.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And I like that. Like, F1 is not as bad anymore. It was back in the day. It was like basically just rich gentlemen slapping each other across the track.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And that's how you got into F1 as well. Like, the quality of drivers was just much lower in general because, yeah, it was mostly about money. Hi, Liam.
Hi.
But yeah, it definitely it feels like I mean, could also be just because of like how the internet and TV and changed over the years. But all drivers feel more like people now. There's not really anyone that I would call a dickhead as a driver.
I don't know, you met Grosjean?
No, I think like he seems like an okay guy.
He's French though.
Yeah, so it's Ocon. You were just sucking his dick.
No, I wasn't. I'm saying I liked his story.
Well,
It's not sucking a dick.
but yeah,
what, we're talking Lance Stroll now. Wait, hang on. Hold on. I tried to explain the difference between bad and not your thing. I don't enjoy playing Ark, Fortnite, or Tomb Raider, but I recognise them being good visually, mechanically, etc. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
That's a whole different ballpark stuff.
Don't know, that might also be the thing of everyone in Spain hating Hamilton after 2008. Why, what happened?
Wasn't that the year when like Hamilton and Alonso were like fighting for a championship in last race?
No, that was Massa.
Was that?
Yeah.
Pass.
2007 was when Alonso and Hamilton both had an opportunity.
2008 was Crashgate, wasn't it?
Yeah. He was already moved to Renault by then. Or moved back to Renault? Where did he go?
Back to Renault, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Crashgate, yeah. 2007 was the year when they collided at McLaren, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, 2007 was what they both had the same points, didn't they? And they both lost by a point to Kimi, yeah.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
The villagers are banging again.
Oh yeah, wow. 2007 was like intense. Kimi.
Chat, did you witness the miracle of birth with me?
I love Kimi. Kimi's great.
I'm sorry, did I interrupt your fucking orgy? I'll leave. Jesus. Yes, what are you looking at?
Jimmy's one of my favorite drivers, just period.
Christ alive, you just watch a fucking orgy and this is the bloody luck you get. Right, I think I've got most of the surrounding area relatively flat, so I can start looking at walling stuff off.
Cool, Leo.
What is with this weird shitting setup? You'll be, like, left out of the village if you guys are just gonna have weird houses in weird places. I have the power to just exile people. I just want you to know that.
Oh yeah, 2007 was also when Sebastian Vettel started at Toro Rosso. And he replaced Scott Speed.
Scott Speed! I miss Scott Speed.
I do too. What's he doing nowadays? I think he did like NASCAR.
Didn't you find out? I feel like we've done this bit before and you find out what he was up to now.
I think we did. Oh yeah, he did rallycross for a few years. And Formula E for 1 year.
Also, I told Meadow already, I found my old Renault Kaplan shirt from 2004 with Giancarlo and Fernando. Nerd. Hi, Joey, how are you? Are you just trying to get Ava used to seeing me with a beard now? What's going on?
Yo, Joey, hey.
I've got to see Ava like every day this week. It's been really good, and she doesn't really recognize me. It's quite funny.
Oh yeah, because obviously you work on the thing. With...
Yeah.
Oh, is Joey also on the work side?
No, but like I meet Sam at his house, so.
Ah, right.
We're all anti-COVID, so it's all good.
we tell COVID no.
I'm saying alert. I'm watching out for the virus, so if it does come up and get us, we're plenty prepared.
Do you? Okay, so right. While on the topic, do you work with like breathing thing masks? Or...
In the situation we're in, we really can't.
Yeah, I thought so.
Also, I find it incredibly hard to just wear them in general because of the glasses.
Yeah, same. But it depends, like on like when it's cold, then it's
bedtime.
Like at the moment it's pretty warm out, so that worked out.
Have you been killing sheep?
No.
Someone's killing sheep.
I haven't.
I've just run past several mutton chops.
Well,
Spotted, always stay alert. Oh my god, I should make that a thing. No, she's asleep. Oh, okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'll be quiet. Scott Speed, Liam, Scott Speed. I said Scott Speed, didn't I?
Yeah.
Scott Speed!
Scott?
You okay?
Oh god, yeah. So I'm not really like a football guy, but the league that the team where I used to come from is, that one's like really spicy now, so I kind of follow it now because like we still got a bit of a chance of getting promoted this year, or at least playing in relegations. Yeah, so there's like 3 teams or like 4 teams in the mix. And they're still, like, the games are all over. We won, so we got, like, kind of close. But another team, I'm just saying the names for Noe purposes, because he is aware of all this stuff. So, Duisburg, they are also in the mix to get, like, for the third spot. And they were in the lead, but now they got, like, the other team, they scored the equalizer in the 19th +2. So now we're all like pretty much even for the third spot. It's gonna be spicy.
I feel like your music is a bit loud. Nobody is telling me anything, so I don't know. Why, can you not hear Murdo?
Hello.
There you go, that's probably better balance.
Imagine not hearing Murdo.
Chat's like, yeah, we can't hear Murdo, but like, we don't care. Also, the Scott Speed was a Godspeed joke.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh. I'm unfamiliar. What is a god?
Yeah, next Saturday is gonna be freaking spicy.
Why, because of F1?
Yes, that too. Yeah, so I heard that there's like gonna be, wasn't there supposed to be like changes?
Changes!
to the format, like that there's like one less day or something.
Oh, I've
But
not
like,
heard anything like that.
it doesn't change like practice, I guess. So I guess there's still like free practice 1, 2, and 3, and qualifying 1, 2, 3, and race on Sunday.
I've not heard anything, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I think they wanted to cut down on like, there was like a thing apparently on Thursday as well where they had like, what's it called? Media stuff. So I guess that kind of like not a thing now.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.